Hello and welcome back to another episode of Community Connections. I'm your host, Kevin Bargender. Today I'm joined by Dawn Peterson, Susan Zimmerman, and Butch Halama, and we're going to talk about the Whitehall Summer Music Series. So Dawn, do you want to just kind of introduce us to what that is?
Absolutely. You know, the Chamber of Commerce put together last year a summer music series with the premise to try to get people from the community together. You know, we have that beautiful bandstand, we restored it, and we're looking to, get out there and use it. So we just have businesses sponsor. This year we're doing May, June, and July. Last year we did June, July, and August. So it's the third Thursday of the month at 6 o'clock. And each one of us are sponsors of the events, and each kind of have our own things going on. So I think Sue is sponsoring the May event, correct?
Yes, I am. I am, along with Amplify Health by Gunderson.
What is the performance that you were sponsoring?
Sure. So we're sponsoring the May series, and that falls within our National Healthcare Week that we always do with all of our staff. We enjoy that. We do a lot of activities. So the Summer Music Series will be featuring a band called Crimson Theory. They are a country rock pop band. Actually, one of our nurses in one of our clinics' husband is in the band. He's a drummer. And they were just named the best band in Chippewa Valley. So we're excited to bring that local flavor to this stage. Also, during Healthcare Week, we will be having Tony Duke do a lunch and learn at the library here in Whitehall on resilience in the workplace. So we're just going to really make a whole week of it. We will have activities down at the band shell, the gazebo, and that night that we're there. So yeah, it'll be a fun time.
Awesome. And Butch, you also are sponsoring one?
Yes, WHTL Radio, I believe, is sponsoring the one in June, correct?
Yes.
She's got to get me up to here. Brian Bethke, a local musician from the Osseo area, is going to be performing that night for us. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with Brian. Just to compliment Sue on getting that band. I've heard them a number of times, and I don't know if you've heard them or not, but they're they're a good group.
Crimson
They'll be
Theory,
entertained
yeah.
well. Brian has been a solo career and done with some bands over the number of years. He does a great job. He's a very entertaining person. We look forward to having a great evening with him. WHTL Radio will be down there, and of course, we will be promoting the things that we are capable of doing in the area. The music series, in my mind, has really come a long way. There's a number of them. The county has one, which you're very well involved in, Kevin. You know, the city of Osseo has had one for a number of years. Whitehall has joined now with the start of last year and continuing and looking to upgrade this year with 3 months again of it. And I think it's just a great thing. Our business pounds on local activities, local events going on. And I think this is just a continuation of those things that are going on, whether it be in the city of Osseo, the city of Whitehall, or the county series. It's a way of getting people out to enjoy themselves, relax a little bit, and hear some of the great music and some of the talent that we have locally.
So will there be other events kind of going on in the background while the music is going?
I think that's a little bit up to the individual host of that month. I know we're looking at doing a little bit more than we did last year. We were the first one in the first year. We weren't quite sure what was expected or what we expected of ourselves. In all honesty, that's May. That's a whole month and a half away yet. We'll be working on that. But I know there'll be other things going on for ours, and I'm sure there will be for both of the other ones that are going on in May and in July. But I think the focus, the big thing of it on is something that the Chamber has put together. All three of us have been actively involved in the Chamber for many years. And this is a way of promoting not only our local businesses in the Whitehall area or in the Trempealeau Valley area, but also promoting the city of Whitehall and what we have to offer and giving people a reason to come in. It's not a formal meeting. It's not a big, summertime weekend event. It's just something where people can gather, bring a lawn chair, enjoy some great music, do some mingling and talking with businesses and just with the individuals. And like you said, probably have a few other activities that correlate around it during the time of the actual music.
And what did you all, speaking of last year, what did you all learn from last year?
Well, the kids love to dance. They really enjoy that part of it. I noticed the last year I attended all three, and they had a food truck there, and that was really well attended to. There was some activities like I think Amanda from the library did some floral crowns that people really enjoyed. So it's kind of been a variety of what happened. Passing out freeze pops, I think
that's what we did. You know, we're trying to, as a chamber, you know, grow this event. So there are different things we're looking at to get more people there, more involved, more businesses involved, vendors, that kind of thing. So more to come on that. But for July, it's on, I think it's July 17th. And we are having Corey Riesenweber sing. So she has classic music, folk, some original music. If there's kids there, she can do children's songs. It depends on what our the audience is. And last year we had some kids games. We'll probably do a little bit of that, some giveaways, some soft drinks like we did last year. So I don't know what else we'll do. We've got a couple of people on that as far as planning. But, you know, all you have to do is bring your lawn chair and maybe some sunscreen depending and enjoy yourself. So it's a free thing. There's no cost to it. And it's just some, you know, get outside and enjoy.
I think that's one of the benefits of it. There aren't no rigid or strict guidelines for any of us to go by.
Right.
You can go with what is comfortable or what is appealing to you or what you think will be appealing to the audience that will be there that night and correlate it somewhat with the musical act that you have. But I think that's one of the real pluses of this music series, the summer music series for the Chamber in Whitehall here is there aren't those restrictions, there aren't the guidelines that this is what you have to have. They're leaving it up to us, and I think for the first year last year, it was a little bit of the unknown. I think we can all agree to that, but I think it was very successful. It was successful in the fact, Kevin, that we were able to bring people together that enjoyed it, got a chance to relax and listen to some fun music for a few hours in all of our busy, hectic lives. I know you talked about tonight board meetings. I've got meetings following. These two ladies are even busier than I am. But, you know, let's stop and smell the roses for a few minutes on an evening with a beautiful bandstand that's been redone back to its original form and enjoy a pleasant evening right here in Whitehall and work with the Chamber and the local businesses.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how long does usually each performance go for?
It's usually wraps up about 8 o'clock, from 6 to 8. It depends. Could be a little earlier, could go a little later, depending on how long the music wants to play, but usually 7:30, 8 o'clock.
So where can people go to find out more information about the summer music series?
That's a great question, Kevin. We have a website, whitehallwisconsinchamber.com. We have a Facebook page. You know, we'll be getting more details as it gets closer. May isn't that far away. You know, we're almost into April right now. So, you know, the more planning will be coming as the time goes. But keep an eye on our Facebook page and on our website.
Awesome. Is there anything else you would like to share?
You know, the reason why we're not having June, July, and August this year is because that third Thursday of August is Whitehall Beef and Dairy Days, which we'll have to talk about later, right?
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
So May, June, and July, third Thursday of the month, 6 o'clock.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming down here. For Dawn and Susan and Butch, I'm your host, Kevin Bargender, and we'll see you next time on Community Connections.